Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the Dixie Highway. More specifically, Jasper, Tennessee. Now, I took a few days off. I traveled back to my home and rested and recharged after 9 days traveling the Dixie Highway. But we are back. We are back on the Dixie Highway, and we're about to begin the southern leg of our Dixie Highway trip. We are currently in Jasper, Tennessee. We're going to be traveling down through Georgia, through the state of Florida, which I anticipate is going to take a while to get to the bottom of Florida and back up, then through South Carolina and back into North Carolina. So I hope you are all ready. Make sure you have a snack. Make sure you've used the bathroom, and then pile into the back of my car. Lucifer's Liquor? Is this even real? And on the door of Lucifer's Liquor, it says this store is politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas, God bless America. Wait a minute. Lucifer says God bless America? It reminds me of the restaurant from Roseanne. Here we have the historic Hales Bar Dam. Actually, a few years ago did a video where I explored the insides of that if you wanted to check that out. Check that out. That is a storage container from a semi, just halfway submerged in the lake. Dixie Highway actually winding alongside of Lookout Mountain. Now traveling through the city of Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can see on the top of that building there's an old advertisement for Ruby Falls, popular tourist attraction in this area, a underground waterfall. Now this may be one of my favorite old neon signs of all time. I think this is, yeah, Ellis's Restaurant. And on the sign there it has steaks, chops, charcoal broiler, live lobster, spaghetti, and seafood. And then there's frogs on the sign. I don't know if maybe they served frog legs at one point, but yeah, that is a masterpiece right there. And here we are at the Chattanooga Choo Choo, the famous railroad hub here in Chattanooga. Love that classic sign there on the top. But the old railroad station here is actually now a hotel. The architecture inside here is actually pretty amazing. See the ceiling there. Looks like they still got their Christmas tree up. You can see this train captain here. He's announcing that he just donated to preserve and restore a piece of Chattanooga history. There's the old control panel for the rail yard here. It's where they turn switches to change the directions of all the different railroad tracks. You can see the old train here. The train is still decorated for Christmas. Now this train here used to be used as a restaurant. I don't know what it is currently being used for. Let's just peek in the window. You see anything? There's an arcade here called Off the Rails. Some old kiddie rides here. Got a train, which is appropriate, and a spaceship, which is not as fitting, but still pretty cool.
Come, let Zoltar tell you more.
Some of these other trains used for separate businesses. It's like this train car. It's actually an escape room. Runaway train transport. Over here we have Tin Man archival tin type portraits. So I guess they make old school tin type photographs. Chubby's Barbecue there, you can see they have one of the green pigs from Angry Birds. You know what? I really miss Angry Birds. Does anyone else remember Angry Birds? And check this out. We also have Spider Pig. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. And with that, we enter our next state, crossing over the Georgia state line. And we say our final farewells to Tennessee. Now entering the Chickamauga Battlefield. You're at the Chickamauga Battlefield Visitor Center. And hey, no climbing on the cannon. Civil War era artifacts. There's a lead bullet embedded in a piece of wood. It's a bayonet there. Some belt buckles. Their bayonet. Here's a temporary exhibit on the Women's Army Corps. Started during World War II. There's a WAC bag. You can see some of the things kept in the bag, including lipstick and makeup. The Fuller gun collection. Wonder what's in here. Oh, guns. Oh, light just came on. A motion detecting gun light. What's it on this aisle? Guns. Guns. Here is a Confederate soldier. Look at how his mouth is open. I bet he's doing the rebel yell. Then down here is a Union soldier readying his bayonet. And these tree trunks that have cannonballs embedded inside them. So yeah, apparently the Dixie Highway cuts straight through the Chickamauga Battlefield, which is a national park. So we have stopped off here in Summerville, Georgia at Paradise Garden. This is the the art studio and home of probably the most famous folk artist of all time, Howard Finster, known by the mainstream public for his work with the band REM. He actually did some artwork for their album covers, and they actually filmed at least one music video here on the property of Paradise Gardens. But it's a wonderful, wonderful place, a wonderful attraction, and let's go take a look. Hey puppy, how are you doing? You a friendly puppy? Yay. Of course, one of the most eye-catching things here at the Paradise Garden is the prayer tower. On previous visits, I've never noticed that figure right there looking down. I actually have a Coca-Cola machine with some of Howard's art. Time waits for no one. Take time to be holy. I never seen a person I didn't love. Oh wow. This would be Howard's workshop. Things that he would make art out of, found pieces. Look up there, yeah, all those little bits and pieces up there that he would turn into art. That big tortoise shell right there. This garage here is this Cadillac. Some paintings on the back. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure who all these people are. That's just Thelma, Mitchell, Beverly Brown. Oh, Henry Ford's mother, Mary Ford. Interesting. Looks like this plane here is dedicated to Howard Finster's first flight. It's on a Delta craft. Here we have a self-portrait of Howard. Howard passed away in 2001. Here is a chapel. And inside, and we can see that there is a coffin in here. And apparently, what I've heard is Howard was supposed to be buried here in this coffin, but I think his family did not exactly follow his wishes and buried him somewhere else. We have this bridge-like structure that goes over top the creek. Looks like this is where Howard kept art that he had received from other artists. Not sure what that is. Probably one of the most unusual things here at Paradise Garden is this. This is there's a dead body in there. It says unknown, remains of unknown body, presented by Dr. Hardin, Tryon, Georgia. So yeah, there was an unknown dead man, and they did not know where to bury him, what to do with him. So simply enough, they gave him to Howard Finster, and Howard gave him a burial here at Paradise Garden. This walkway here, you can see just little bits and pieces, found objects embedded in the cement. I love this giant shoe right here. There's a little miniature church right there. The side of this building almost serves as Howard Finster's resume. His It's written on all those windows about times he was on TV or in a book or in a magazine. Up here is the Mirror House. Walk up these stairs. See the outside covered with mirrors. The inside is covered with mirrors as well. Yeah, almost a fun house effect in here. See all the concrete work there. Almost looks like this may have been the original gateway to the Paradise Gardens. Oh yeah, it says entrance right here. It's like an old refrigerator. Some paintings on it. It's got George Washington. There's John Adams right there. Through here, see this massive pile of bicycles. So there's some other stuff intertwined with this, but you can definitely see the bicycles. See the bicycle there. This has a tree grown all the way through it. See the old TV right there. I believe this giant pile of bicycles, I believe you can actually see this in a REM video. We're here in Rome, Georgia at Sam's Burger Deli. One thing that makes Sam's Burger Deli interesting is it's made out of airplanes. Look at that. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. You have a jet sticking out of the building. You can see the landing gear right here. Also, this is a Purple Heart restaurant. I've actually never heard of a restaurant being assigned the Purple Heart designation, so I wonder how a restaurant goes about obtaining a Purple Heart. Second airplane sticking out of the edge of the building there. And then out front we have this, a VW bus converted into an airplane. You can even see the wheels have been replaced with propellers. Here on Main Street in Rome, Georgia, sits a very, very strange statue. You can see it is a wolf, and there's two naked babies nursing off of the wolf's teats. Yeah, it's a very strange statue right here in front of City Hall. But what makes it even a little bit more strange is if you read this plaque here, it's actually in Italian. The translation is right here. Basically, it states that this was a gift from the old Rome to the new Rome. I guess the Rome, Italy to Rome, Georgia. But this gift was given by, and I kid you not, Benito Mussolini. I wanted to stop here, the Myrtle Hill Cemetery, and pay my respects. I have stopped here before, but I am endlessly fascinated with this story. This is the grave of Nell Allison Wyatt. It says here that she was a loving aunt, but also buried here in this same grave is Human Bunny. Nell, born March 22nd, 1925 passed away January 30th, 2009. Human Bunny was born 1933, so when Nell was 8, she met Human Bunny, and he passed away on the very same day. Now, I would absolutely love if anyone out there could help me get more information on this story, but from what I know, Human Bunny was a stuffed animal, but he was the size of a human, and Nell lived a long life, but during her entire life as Aunt Nell, she was accompanied the entire time by Human Bunny. And when she passed away, she was buried in this spot with Human Bunny. Just realized that car in front of me is a hearse. Stopped off here in Kingston, Georgia at another cemetery, actually here at the Queen's Chapel Methodist Church Cemetery. So I wanted to see the grave of Melvinia Shields. Now this marker here was placed here in 2014. Melvinia was originally placed in an unmarked grave when she passed away in 1938. Now Melvinia is African American. Born in 1844, so meaning she was a slave. Born a slave in South Carolina, 1844. Age 8, she was moved over here to Kingston, Georgia to work at a farm. And she was a member of this church right here. Lived a long life, died in 1938. And turns out that she is the great grandmother of Michelle Obama. Taco and Subs. There's their mascot, Senor Taco Man. Here in Cartersville, Georgia, we have Young Brothers Pharmacy, this big old Coca-Cola mural, and we see Coca-Cola murals like this all across the United States as we travel. But this one right here, painted in 1894, is the first ever Coca-Cola wall mural that was ever painted here in Cartersville, Georgia. Obviously it's been touched up, it's got some fresh paint, but this is the first. This unassuming monument here in the middle of Cartersville, Georgia, it's called the Friendship Monument, but it is actually has the distinction of being the only monument erected by a debtor to his creditors. Apparently Mark Cooper, he was $100,000 in debt, and in 1857 money, that's a lot of money. So anyways, he borrowed money from 38 friends, paid off his debt, and was so thankful that he erected a monument to the people that lent him money. Here in Kennesaw, Georgia, we are outside of Wildmans Civil War surplus, owned by a man named Dent Myers, kind of a controversial local figure. He sells Civil War artifacts and for some reason medicinal herbs. Yeah, as you can see, there is some controversial things outside here, and apparently it is a no mask zone. They do not allow you to wear masks in the store. It says it's the law in Kennesaw. Gained some notoriety when supported a law in Kennesaw that actually requires men to own a gun. I actually went in there a couple years ago, been some time actually, and while Dent was actually a very, very kind and soft-spoken person, there definitely was some troubling things inside. And here is Dent Myers' gravestone. No, he's not dead, but I guess he had his gravestone erected prior to his death with a life mask of his face right there. And actually has his death listed as 2012, which he's still alive 9 years later, and he is still alive. But he believed that the world would end in 2012. If the world ended, I'm not sure who was going to bury him, But regardless, he felt the world was going to end in 2012, but he ended up living. It says here, he died as he lived, completely. Well, I guess everyone dies completely. But yes, also on his grave, it says tribute to the Confederacy and Georgia soldiers. So yeah, that's pretty odd. Now there's no way I could have driven through Marietta, Georgia without stopping at the Big Chicken. Yes, the Marietta Big Chicken. They say that if you ask anyone for directions here in Marietta, they will give you directions in relation to the Big Chicken. It was originally opened in 1960s as Johnny Reb's Chick, Chuck, and Shake, a very odd name for a restaurant, but was purchased by Kentucky Fried Chicken in the 1970s. Now, most KFCs I've come across have not opened their dining rooms yet after the pandemic, but it looks like the Big Chicken is open for business. Inside we have a colorful statue of Colonel Sanders holding a bucket of this delicious chicken. You can buy Big Chicken merch in here. They got t-shirts, socks, even these little Big Chicken plushies. Look at this. They actually have what looks like, I believe this to be a Big Chicken walked around suit that someone can wear and actually be the Big Chicken, so you could meet the Big Chicken. I stopped at a gas station earlier and picked up this. This is a Planters mixed nuts flavored with A1 sauce. Now I'm a huge fan of A1 sauce, and so I figured I'd give these a try, and I'd do it right here on this video. It's always good to find new and delicious road snacks. So these are A1 flavored nuts. This may also be a good way for vegetarians to be able to eat A1 sauce. So what is that? Oh, we got an almond. We'll start with the A1 sauce infused almond. Oh, that is good. Mmm. The cashew here. Mmm. Mmm. Almond was better, but that was good. We got a walnut. Mmm. Okay. Big thumbs up. I think I have found myself a new favorite road snack. Hopefully this may be like a limited edition. I don't know. I've never seen it before, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to find any more of these, but they're good. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me here on this road trip. We've resumed the Dixie Highway road trip. Wanted to thank you all so much. I did send out, while I was back home, I did send out postcards for the month of January. So for Patreons that were charged the beginning of January, your postcards are in the mail. If anyone else would like to help support the channel, postcards, Patreon, that's a good way to do it. All that information is in the description of this video. Also selling pins in the Etsy shop. I should be getting the possum pins back very, very soon. So stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna head through Atlanta and down towards Florida. So until tomorrow morning, this one's in the bag.